Today's lunch is a tuna salad sandwich, and in the tuna I mixed pickled ginger and wasabi paste, and it has a single slice of Swiss cheese. Kind of an interesting combination, a little unorthodox, but I like those things, so yum. Greetings, YouTubers. So today's lunch, since it was so good yesterday, I made myself a tuna sandwich with some pickled ginger and some wasabi paste. I'm going to make that again today. And I also have some sushi nori that I'm going to add, and some cilantro leaves, and just make myself a quick little sandwich. No cheese today, though. I don't think I need the extra fat. So let's see. I get these packets because I don't have to drain them. They're small, they're compact, you can stack a lot of them in a pretty small area. I get them packed in sunflower oil, or any kind of vegetable oil, really, I don't care, but this just happened to be sunflower oil, because they have more calories. I mean, I'm looking for ways to pack as many calories in as small a space as I possibly can. So, while we all want to be calorie conscious so that we don't gain weight, I'm trying to be calorie conscious so that I have enough calories in order to keep me alive. Not that I've had any kind of critical shortage at all. I'm eating pretty well, actually. So I'm just going to dump this into my paper bowl here. So this isn't quite a one-off. Yesterday was kind of a one-off. I've never really made a tuna sandwich the way that I made it yesterday with the pickled ginger and wasabi, but it was really good. I think I'm going to hit it with a little more wasabi today, though. I mean, I could taste it, but it was a little on the light side. Okay, so there's my tuna. There's a little bit of oil left in there. That's good because like I said, I want the calories. I'm going to add some mayonnaise. That looks good enough. I can add more if I need it. A little bit of wasabi paste. That's about double what I put on yesterday. And I've just about eaten all of my pickled ginger, so I think I'm going to use the rest of it in my sandwich today. Ginger is good for you in a lot of ways. I'm sure that some of you folks out there that know more about it than I do could talk about the benefits of pickled ginger. So that's the last of my pickled ginger. That's good. That gets that out of my refrigerator. One of my other goals too is to get rid of refrigerated foods before I get to quartzite, because it's going to be hot there, and I prefer not to have to rely on refrigeration. I think I'm going to take about that much. Oops. I buy this sushi nori because A, I make my own sushi, and B, because I used to feed it to my reef tank. If you've watched any of my earlier videos, you know that I used to keep a reef tank. If you don't know what a reef tank is, it is basically a saltwater tank, like an aquarium with saltwater fish in it. And my particular tank had corals growing in it. Corals and crabs and urchins and shrimp and anemones, as well as fish and a host of other little critters. So my crab, I would feed this sushi nori. He would come up. It was an emerald crab. I'm going to start stirring this in a little bit because I don't want that sushi nori sticking together. My emerald crab would actually come up and take this out of my hand. It was really cool. I enjoyed my aquarium. I didn't have a TV set, so my aquarium is where I would focus my attention when I wanted to drift off and not think about stuff. Okay, so there, a little bit of sushi nori, some pickled ginger, and wasabi. So basically a sushi sandwich. Boy, try saying that 3 times fast, eh? And it looks like I've got plenty of mayonnaise in there, mayonnaise. Got my bread ready here. So a lot of people are afraid of eating larger, fish, larger seafood because of the mercury content. I guess the process is that smaller animals consume things that have mercury in them, and then bigger things eat those smaller things, and still bigger things eat those bigger things, and still bigger things eat those bigger things, and eventually the mercury accumulates. So the larger the sea animal, the greater the concentration of mercury. At least that's what I've heard. I like seafood though. I could eat fish, seafood, constantly. Every once in a while I like a good steak, but okay, so I gave you a little snippet of the sandwich yesterday. Here's a little snippet of the process of making myself another one with a few modifications based on what I learned yesterday. So I'm going to go grab myself a cold beverage and enjoy my sandwich. All right. Sushi sandwich. Tuna, pickled ginger, nori, mayonnaise. Little piece of pickled ginger on the side there. Yep. As good as yesterday. So today is Monday. I think it's the 11th of September. Just about halfway through September already, a third of the way through anyway. Most of the folks have left. There's a camper a mile up that way and a mile back that way. Until about 20 minutes ago. I was working on a project here. I'll show you that here in a minute. And all of a sudden these, I don't know, they're Cub Scouts or something. No, they're older. Like college age. I guess those aren't Cub Scouts. But the whole mountain is empty. Where do they park? 10 feet from me. It's really frustrating. I don't get it. I mean, there's plenty of places for them to... They're not even going to stay. They're going to go hike up the mountain. So really all they need to do is park. Why do they have to park here? I don't know. I'm sorry. I probably should just enjoy my sandwich. And I will. And you should make yourself one of these and enjoy it too. Greetings, YouTubers. I want to show you the project that I worked on here in a little bit, but right now I'm just waiting for all the noise. I mean, they've got diesel motors on their Jeeps, and I don't know, there's 20 of them out there. Paramilitary, Boy Scouts, I don't know who they are, but anyway, they're making a bunch of racket, so I'm going to wait until I get some peace and quiet to show you the project. Hey, so the noise outside has abated a little bit. I think they've headed up the hill. And so hopefully I'll have some peace and quiet for the rest of the day. So I don't know if you recall, this was an idea that I got from Sandy. I see you all good. And Sandy, you know, I see on the news that you might be in the path of that hurricane. Boy, I sure hope you can hunker down and be safe in that. I don't want you to get hurt. So dig in, girl. Hang on. So anyway, her idea was to use the ceiling as storage space. Look at all those clips I've got. So what I did was I had some lumber strung up here, and I'll have to go back and look for the video and show you what I had. It was just, there's some, I don't know if you can see them, there's some anchors up there, and I just had some paracord that I strapped to that wood and used it to get it off the floor and out of my way. It was still in the way though, because it covered those cupboards, and occasionally I would bang my head on it when I was crawling. I mean, it's not very high above the top of the bed here. So what I've done is I've put a couple of D-rings and lag bolted them in here with my usual drop or two of Gorilla Glue, and tied this lumber up underneath one of the sleeping pods along the side here. More traffic going by. It's Monday, I thought I'd be quiet. So anyway, so now I've got this lumber strapped up out here on these D-rings, tied together with some paracord. So I think that'll it'll get it out of my way. I think it'll be roadworthy. I might want to put another D-ring down here just to kind of strap them down a little bit, but so anyway, so that gives me a little more space back in there. Using the outside of my trailer to store stuff. I'm going to put some stuff on the back of this door, this ramp too, I think, eventually. I've got some corbels, and some of that lumber was intended to make like a shelf along the back here so that I could put stuff. I think I might look at taking the pod sides, which are currently up there, those big white things with the blue stripe. That's actually, let me get this focused. Those are the end walls for the sleeping pods, and I have a shipping strap across the front to hold them there. But they take up, you know, a foot of space out this way. And then they're, you know, they're 4 feet long, so they take up a fair amount of space. So I'm going to try and get those out of here and maybe put them on the back of this ramp on a shelf and get some more shipping straps. All of a sudden I feel tall. Me and my shadow. All right, so down yonder, I don't know if you can see, there's, I can't see it on my screen. I don't know if my camera can't even focus. Gotta get a camera that's better at doing this. That Hero 6. Now that the 7 is coming out, maybe I'll get a better deal on the 6. But anyway, so my friend down here, she's about a mile down the road. I don't know if you can make out the blue pickup truck and white cargo trailer. So anyway, she came back up today and she saw she saw my new friends, and let me get where there's some sun. Anyway, she just came up to see how I was doing, and no more issues with her down there. So that was good to hear. And so yeah, so I guess it's my turn to be invaded. They actually all left. They took all of their vehicles except for this, and which is good. Thank you, whoever you are. But I don't know, folks. If you're going to be out and about doing this and camping, you know, I get it when there's a need. You know, there's space is limited or whatever, and you know, you kind of need a space to stay, and I get that, and I'm happy to accommodate folks when it's necessary. But there's a whole flippin' desert out here. There's nothing out here. It's MT, capital M, capital T. Why do some people need to park right next? Do they not understand the concept of privacy and that, you know, that there are people that might not have exactly the same interests that they do. I appreciate other people's interests, and try not to, you know, frustrate those interests. I don't know. I'm at a loss as to why that is, and I know I'm ranting and I'm venting and all of that stuff, but thank you for letting me do that. I don't know. It's just, if you haven't been able to tell, it's a deep source of frustration with me. So, and then I'm going to go to La Posa South. I'm probably going to be surrounded by people. But at least I know what I'm getting into, and I understand it, and I'm doing it deliberately, and you know, hopefully I can camp out on a fringe somewhere. But you know, this looked like it was empty. I thought I would have some privacy, and I didn't. So I'm frustrated by it. Grr. Alright, I don't know, lad. That's all I've got to say for today. I got to put all this together. I'm going to try and get it up, posted today. I did one yesterday. What was that? 11 minutes, I think. It took 6 hours to do some of the editing. You know, because I had some, was it yesterday I had the time-lapse stuff? I think it was. It took 6 hours to do that time-lapse stuff. It took... I took 5 12-minute segments, because the camera will only take 12 minutes worth of video, and Adventures with Jane. Thank you for enlightening me on that. I had no idea it was related to taxes. I thought it was all technical, like, you know, there was a heating issue with the lithium battery or the CMOS sensor or something, but who knew it would be taxes? I'm sorry, I just find that absolutely hilarious. But anyway, I took 5 12-minute segments, and then I needed to shorten them to 32 seconds. And all of that processing time, and, you know, I cut out some stuff that was irrelevant and everything. So it took 6 hours of editing to do that. And then it took, and I did it all 30 frames per second, high quality, 1080 DPI, and all of that, and it took 4 hours to upload. So that was a 10-hour investment for that video. You know what? I didn't really feel it at the time when I was having fun, and I guess that's the important thing. But then, you know, I look back at it and think, wow, that was 10 hours to do that. Holy cow! And that's not including, you know, the 12 minutes of recording time, 5 segments. So there's another hour there. All right, I'm not going to bend your ear anymore. I've whined enough for today. So, all right. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Click like, subscribe, do all that stuff, whatever. And that'd be great if you can. All right, later.